So I think a lot of people have gotten bored. Okay, they've gotten bored with what the ADA price is doing. And to be honest, that's fair, right? It seems like we've gotten stuck in this state of eternal sideways trading, stuck at 30 cents. We're a 30-cent stablecoin now. So the question then may lie for people, when can we expect ADA to start to make some of these huge movements to the upside? You know, the thing that gets everybody excited. You know, it's funny, last year, I think it was last year, I remember making a video about ADA going parabolic, and that was pretty awesome. I remember it going on just like a massive run, but that's neither here nor there. When we look back at history, look at the last market cycle, and we need to look at what actually made ADA make that huge movement to the upside, you know, running from essentially 2 cents all the way up above $3, that 150x it cemented into last market cycle. And if you look here, you can see it wasn't until essentially May 11th of 2020, okay, the last Bitcoin halving, that ADA finally started to establish those big movements to the upside. Now, it wasn't an instant rocket, okay, but that's where we saw that shift to altcoin season. That's where, you know, not just ADA, but other assets in the market finally started going on their runs. And if ADA mirrors what it did last market cycle, it may not be until that Bitcoin halving when we start creating some established, sustained gains to the upside. Now, this is not financial advice. This is not FUD. But what you need to know too is it may not work that way. It may go faster. It may take longer. We do know that during this time, Cardano, the chain, has made massive strides forward, right? There's now more optics on Cardano than there was at that time. There's more wallets. There's more users, at least at this point, compared to the prior market cycle, because guess what? This functionality that we have now didn't exist back then. Okay. Smart contracts didn't even get created until late in the bull market cycle. I think it was September of 21. dApps weren't easily able to be created at that time. Okay. There have been massive steps forward, which leads me to believe that we may not, in fact, have to wait for the Bitcoin halving before we start working our way to the upside. Just know that obviously ADA typically underperforms in bear markets and overperforms in bull markets. But I wouldn't be surprised if we do start to creep to the upside before the halving. I think sometime in Q4 or maybe Q1. It's going to come down to a lot of those macro factors that we discuss a lot, like inflation and, you know, the economics here in the US. And there's a lot of things that are affecting the market right now. But just know that as we start to get to that point, and there is a larger inflow into crypto in terms of users and capital, some of those glaring problems that exist in other chains around the space, again, will come to the forefront. They will be exposed. And that's where you can see Cardano truly capture a much wider audience than it has now. So there's obviously a lot of things that can play an impact into what price does. But I'll tell you what, if I'm a betting man, I think something that is garnering big adoption, that is creating big solutions for the future, and is actually establishing partnerships that utilize the tech and that are not just fluff, are things that are going to thrive as we get into this period where you're going to see massive inflows from institutional investors, from corporations, and from people that just simply didn't pay attention to crypto before. So I thought I'd share that with you guys. So we may have some time left. This isn't FUD. I'm okay with sideways trading as long as we're not, you know, going through this continued this way. As long as we're not going through this continued pullback, this continued downtrend, as long as we keep pushing back up to this level and holding this level, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with continuing to add to my bag here because I know that long term, building my bag now can truly be a huge benefit. So as always, this is not financial advice. You guys can do what you want, but this is what I'm preparing for. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Show your support below. Let me know your thoughts, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.